Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. Now it's time for your weekend tech tip, brought to you by Chevy Silverado.
Welcome back. Now, again, the question was spring Chinook, Oregon City eggs using Steelhead eggs as your base. Okay, I thought it was a good question. I don't know if that one's ever actually come up specifically. I guess I would start out by saying, yeah, you can absolutely use Steelhead eggs to catch Chinook in the garbage hole or wherever in the Oregon City egg bite. Okay. Most important thing, though, we're going to talk about cures. Okay, that was the question, which cures I like, and let's just go there now. Let's go ahead and utilize that Kershaw Tech Cam, and I'll show you the cures, the 3 cures that I would absolutely go to in a second, and that's for a couple of reasons. First off, let's just talk about the Fuse egg cure for salmon. There is no question that this is extremely popular for a reason. It's a very, very good cure, very simple to use. The process is simple. Next would be the newest cure that maybe has come out here in the last year or two, is the Keith Archer's Ultimate Egg Cure. A little bit more labor intensive on the curing process, but still relatively easy and extremely popular. This was an egg cure that Keith had worked on and had in his back pocket for decades. And people had tried to get that cure from him, as you all are well aware, when you're talking about secret egg cures, this and that. And then he ultimately decided, oh, that was a good kind of way to put it, the ultimate egg cure. Ultimately came out with Steve and the folks from ProCure and produced it. Very, very popular and very effective. My favorite one of all, though, and that's because I'm lazy, is the liquid cure, the Red Hot. That is my all-time favorite cure because it's super, super simple. It's just literally poured onto the eggs. Once they've had a chance, depending on how long you want to let them cure up, and then take them out of there, let them air dry, and you end up with a phenomenal egg. The longer you let that liquid cure dry, the firmer and firmer those eggs will get, which is one of the reasons why we love it for Steelhead, because you can get them really, really firm eggs. With Chinook, though, you wouldn't let them dry too long because you want to keep a nice open gob of eggs, especially when you're cutting them up. Now, for that spring Chinook bite in Oregon City, a lot of times, the vast majority of times, smaller baits are kind of the key. You can get away and get bit with big old golf ball sizes, but I think over the years, you know, with the experts, the pros at it, I'm not one of them, those smaller bait sizes are usually a little bit more effective. Those fish seem to like that with that sand shrimp a little bit more. That being said, the cures are important. The process is important. If you're going to use Steelhead eggs, you'd like to have a nice skein, right? You know, that 8, 9, 10, 12 pounder is going to have nice skeins in it. Taking good care of it. To start with a good product is more important than the cure, okay? Follow the instructions, do everything that you're supposed to do with these cures, you'll be good to go. But if you have eggs that are full of blood still, they haven't been cleaned, they haven't been taken care of, if they've been sitting out, it's just over. You could use the best cure in the world and do the best process, but have a bad egg to start with, it's over. And those fish in Oregon City, they know it. It's amazing how an animal with a brain less than the size of your pinky knows the difference between a good egg or not. Because you will literally see one boat smashing them and the other boat's not doing nothing. And then the very next day, complete opposite. It's just, there's no rhyme or reason to it. They do drive you nuts. But as long as you start with a good Steelhead skein of eggs, you take care of it, you butterfly it open, you make sure that it's as fresh as can be, you do your part there, all 3 of these cures are going to work for you. You just got to have, and I guess I would add on to that before I have to cut out, having multiple different flavors is super important, right? If you can have all 3 of these flavors cured up, that's an advantage because you're going to have different flavors, and it could be from one tide change to the next where they really want that Fuse egg, and then the next tide change they want the ultimate egg cure. So it's super important. 1, start out with great eggs, as good as you possibly can get them, fresh, 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 taken well care of, dried out, you know, matted up, no blood, everything's perfect, and then follow that process. That's more important than the actual egg cure itself. So hopefully that answers that question for that individual. So there you go. And I made sure to throw that tuna in there because that's one of my favorite things to add to my eggs during that curing process. All right, we're going to cut to break. When we come back, we got the deal of the week from Fisherman's Marine, and we'll wrap things up, give you an idea what we got going on for tomorrow, which is another good one.